And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's the second year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now Scarborough. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, the others, he said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Haskins to throw. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man. Equanimous St. Brown. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. They go back to the ground now with Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
Let's go. First down and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of that.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Throwing is Wilson. And Dixon has it. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver. Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Check 50, check 50.
On second down, here's Penny. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, Wilson. Catch made there by Derby, the tight end. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. Now Rashad Penny trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Let's go one more.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
Huh? You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
In on the stop, Bradley McDougal. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Hey, we got Mike T right here, guys. Mike T. They can't hang with us.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Connects with Sanu right side. 23 yards on the play.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play Wildcat quarterback for you as well.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. 16 yards, a first down.
And the judge does a nice job there of navigating and picking up some yardage. Remember, no Tevin Coleman in the backfield, so he's moved up in the pecking order, getting a lot of playing time for these Atlanta Falcons.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
A first down carry for Smith. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. On the counter, it's Smith. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. And that last field goal, number 400 for him in his NFL career. I don't know whether this will wind up a Hall of Fame career, but he's certainly been at the top of his profession for quite a while.
And that is without question, my man. One of the best kickers we've seen in the past decade or so. Big congratulations to him. Pretty nice round number.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. And the Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw is Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now here's Michael Dixon as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. That's pulled in at the 32. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against? Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
From the gun, a give to Penny. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Now it's Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Falcons. Ito Smith, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Hauled in left side here by Jennings. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Penny, a first down carry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First down, Seattle.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Wilson to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
They'll toss it to Petty. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Open man right side is St. Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now it's Penny running right, and he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Rush in. Rush in. Check Mike 54.
They'll indeed go for him with Wilson. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense, pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
You better be afraid of me.
To throw is Wilson. To throw again. He's going to let this one go deep. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 26 yards.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Jalen Ferguson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
This is Scarborough. Shoves him aside, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run. This is Scarborough. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 51 yards. Here's Wilson operating from the gun. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check 99.
Penny will try to punch it in. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Let's go, D, let's go. Come on. Hey, let's get there. Mike 10. Mike 10. I got one. Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Again, it's Smith. And an alley to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now Haskins to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Mike 10. Mike 10, Mike 10.
Haskins going to try to throw it. But it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Laquan Treadwell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Wilson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for DK Metcalf. Incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
I got him. Hey, watch it.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll run on first down. Smith. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They said they're going.